First day of the bulk. We're starting with obviously chest and buys, but we're doing it a different way. So we're starting with hammer press instead of doing what was the Smith machine bench press. Essentially, we'll be treating it almost exactly the same. Not in terms of like, obviously it's a completely different machine, but we'll be treating it in the same way of like how I like to train the chest, just full stop. So I mean, this is going to be sort of relatively new to me anyway, but yeah, it's completely new to me. So I mean, a couple times at least a couple weeks, I'll look like a fucking idiot. But it's sort of just the point of trying something new, isn't it? Because at the point I was, which was like, I think it must have been like 6 months of like cutting. For Christmas I had a break, but 6 months of cutting from like I think I started at like 97 or something like that and got down to like 77, something like that. It was tough. I mean, there comes a point where it's just like, I'm going to get diminishing returns. So there's no real benefit from carrying on. So I just think it was time to actually cut. Bulk. Cool. Oh, I think we can stack 30 on there. Why not? We've got 35 on each side. Why not? We'll just go with that. We'll just start with that, and if I embarrass myself, I'm just excited to make progress again. I think it's just more fun when you go to the gym and you see funny number go up. I like that. Because otherwise you end up going to the gym in the cut, as much as it's like great and all, like the look when you're on a cut, but it ends up being you go to the gym for the sake of going to the gym to like keep your head above the water. And no one likes cutting. I think that was 9. We'll just keep it there then. I think that's a good point to leave it. We're doing way more sets than I'd usually be doing. Because I found, for me personally, I found that the 2 sets to failure is great when you're cutting, for me, where you just try and put every ounce of fuel that you have into these like 2 sets for each of your body parts that you have set out for that day. Is great if you want to cut and you're just like, right, well, I haven't got a lot of fuel, but I might as well just sort of rip shit on each of those exercises, as far as I understand it. It's probably wrong, but that's just how I understand it. But if I have more fuel, as in if I have more carbs in my body, I just thought it was only logical to try and add more sets. And I know adding more sets doesn't necessarily mean like more gains. I just thought 10, I think the rule of thumb is 10 sets per body part, like each week. And so I've just done that because I have like a week break in between each session, I thought I'd have plenty of time to recover in between those sessions. Why not just add more sets? Which just seems, in my head, it seems logical, but I imagine at some point, like someone's going to say it's not, but I mean, it is what it is. This is what I'm trying, and I'm going to figure out if it works for me. So yeah, we'll just start with a hearty breakfast of 120 grams of oats, 100 grams of Greek yogurt, like a handful of berries, like blueberries, and I didn't use milk, I used water because we don't have that much fucking like. So I mean, it was a bit tragic, but it was really nice, and I had some honey with it as well. Like I think it's like 40 mils. Doing, if I hadn't already broken it down, I don't think I have. 4 sets for this. So we just did our first one. We're going to start the second one in a second. And at any point, if I go below 6, I'm just going to reduce the weight by a little bit. So for this, take these off and put like 20s on and see how many I can get with those. I just think if I've got plenty of time to recover between each session, which is a week, that's a long time, I might as well just try and do as much for those body parts as I possibly can. Eight for that one. But yeah, I just thought it was natural to sort of pump in as many sets without it becoming useless. I think, yeah, 10 sets is just where I'm going to stop. 10 sets is probably just where I want it to stay. Or more specifically, that's my maximum. The living tombstone just came on. No. Oh, I haven't even started the workout on my app. Okay, so I got like 70. Has it got weight already on? As in like, because sometimes I have like inbuilt weights. Sometimes bigger machines will have like 40 to start. Make sure you have like a look, because they'll have a little sign that says like 40.2 kilograms. If you want to implement that, you can, but I would always just like, to save stress and confusion, I would always just put like what I put on the bar, as in the app, if you put in like rep count, which I use. If you just put the weight you put on the bar, I would just do it that way. You can add the weight that's already there. It's up to you, it's completely up to preference. I just don't. And I got that for 10, nope, I got that for 9. And then I just did it again for 8, 2 more. And then the machine pec fly. Because I thought that was going in like a really good direction, even on the cut. So I just thought that like, and I wasn't not enjoying it. So I just thought, why not just keep it? I don't know, I feel fine. So I imagine I can go in for another set. I don't feel like out of breath or like my chest isn't like unnaturally tight. We'll do that again. I think next time then I'll add like the 2.5s, because just why not? I've gotten in that sort of like area, I might as well add the weight on next time. But I would, if you're the same as me and you're like, I can upgrade the weight, then I think, so unless your maximum is like 8 and you've got like 15, 16 reps on a certain exercise, I wouldn't add anything more than like 2.5 in total. Again, it's up to you. If you want to add like in total 1.25, I mean, you'd be like, I don't know how you're going to find one that's total 1.25 on both sides, but I usually just treat it as 1.25 on both sides and 2.5 in total, and just that's how much I add to increase the weight. last set we got 72.5 on this then. And then we're doing the pec flies afterwards. Going really well so far. I just forgot what it was like to have fun at the gym. Five. Not bad. Not bad at all for an endo. Got to actually make sure that this is set up properly. Fuck it, why not? Got to make sure this is actually in line with the chest. Is that where I want it to be? I'm trying to make sure that these bars are actually sort of, I think they're there. I'll do. Yeah, this was going really well last time, so I just thought, why not just keep it in? Because there's no real point in getting rid of it if I'm still enjoying it and or making progress with it. Did get last time was 107, so I might start there, or I go straight to 113 because, you know, who knows? I could be able to do it. I doubt it, but the point is, like, I could. And this is also for 4 sets, and then that's it for chest. Does that look alright? I don't know if it's quite in. It feels fine. I mean, we'll just find out. The problem is with these ones that I found out last time, one of them is slightly further forward than, like this one. No, it does that. It fucking shakes all over the shit. Oh, all right. That last rep was terrible. I shouldn't have like slammed it down like that, but yeah, I mean, good effort though. What did I get with that? Like 8. With this, I think I need to try and push, then converge. So like outwards and then together, like you're just doing a regular press, like press and then together like that. That's just how I want to do it when I'm concentrating, instead of just flinging weight about. So I think next set I'll try and do that then, and try and perfect the form as much as I can. I do enjoy this exercise because I think for the longest time I just had push, sort of pushing exercises. I think it's important to have some sort of variation in the way that your muscle moves when you're formulating a plan for like a certain day. So one where the muscle's like stretching out, one where it's like you feel like it's bunching together, just to cover all bases. So what was it that I said I was going to do? Push and then converge. Yeah, that was it. I do think this is slightly higher than I need it to be, so maybe I'll treat myself. Okay. We'll move that down then to 107 for those last 2. For those first 2 with 113. That's pretty good. And that last set, I was very happy with that. Apart from a couple of reps when I don't know what the form was was getting at there. Yeah, it's definitely difficult, I think, coming off of a cut, especially as someone who started as a larger man. It's definitely, I'd say it's very difficult than going on a cut again, going on a bulk again, realizing even if you know you have it under control, you're still on that road to getting fat again. It's difficult to sort of come to terms with, I want this certain goal, I want to put on muscle, but to do that, I need to sort of put myself in a position where I'm extremely uncomfortable. Because I know if the wheels spin off the track, I'm going to get fat again. It's quite daunting, but it's a leap of faith, and it is difficult. But I mean, food, and I know some people, they don't enjoy eating food, or at least they don't care much for food, and they see food more as fuel. But like me and a lot of people, I like eating food, and so sometimes like part of that, of the bulk, it is nice to just eat nice food again, and you can eat nice food on the cut. There's just a limit to like what you can eat. There's a certain like cap. There's definitely a mental barrier to the bulking, and I do feel that. Yeah, like I said earlier, I went from like 97, and I was heavier before. I think the heaviest I've ever got was like 110, and that wasn't muscle. That was purely just like extreme weight gainers, because I took like the bulk way too far, and I have seen a couple of videos where they say you can't treat the bulk as like a fuck it, let's just eat whatever we want whenever we want. Which, I mean, if you want to do that, like, do it. Like, who cares? If your goal is to like reach a certain weight where you can then cut without the worry of like having to cut for fucking like months and months and months on end. Like, given like max, I think the max of a cut is like 4 months or 3 months, depending on who you're talking to. But it just makes it so the cut's already miserable. If you sort of rein it in when you're bulking, it just makes it so when you go to cut, you're not on that cut for too long, and it's like that misery isn't stretched out. Yeah, I just think if your goal is sort of similar to mine, I would, there's a balance where you can essentially eat whatever you want on either of them. But I mean, again, it entirely depends on like whether your goal is exactly the same as mine. If it's not, then like fucking who cares? Last set. See, even now, maybe I'm thinking, maybe 4 sets for the second exercise on chest is a bit much. Maybe I should keep it either 3 or 2 sets. So because after those 4 sets over there, I mean, my chest is exhausted, and I end up just sort of reducing the weight as much as I possibly can, which is fine. I just don't know if that's like going to be the correct way to go about it. Yeah, we'll find out. Who knows? And the point of this is to sort of just try a different style of training that I just don't, which is just a little bit more volume than I'm used to. Okay, yeah. Maybe 3 sets is probably just the way forward. What did I get last time? So this is hammer curls with a cable, because I need some, need some arm thickness. I have no idea what I got last time. It's not coming up on my, should we just try, I'll do like 7.9 for a few reps. That'll do. I can probably get away with a couple more, like 12. We'll go 12. We'll go 12 and we'll, same thing, where we don't go below 6 and don't go above 10. I think I'm going to keep that sort of semi-consistent across most of my exercises, if not all of them. And with this one's kind of the same with the behind arm like curls, where I'm going to take like step and a half forward and just sort of keep my arms, I don't know, maybe like, how do I gauge this? Like a forearm outward maybe. And there. Yeah, good 8 will do. Because you can do this with dumbbells. I imagine there'll be some machines in some sort of gyms that'll look like a tricep push down on a machine, but imagine on some of them you can actually move it upwards. Because I'm more in control of the range of motion and position I want to put my arms in. Cables, constant tension and all that, but it's just what I prefer using for hammer curls. But it does feel fucking great being on a bulk again. Just having like a ton of energy at the gym. I no longer feel like it's going to be the end of me when I do like a set to failure. I just feel a little popping in my left arm. So maybe next time I should sort of pay more attention to what my left arm's actually doing, because maybe it was in a more awkward position than the right arm was. It'll happen, because a lot of times, that's kind of why like unilateral exercises are so are just godsends. Because depending on what arm is your strongest, you'll make more progress on that arm. Even without thinking about it. It's not like you're doing it on purpose, but sometimes you need to go, right, well, clearly I'm making like infinitely more progress on my right arm than I am my left. Maybe I should make it unilateral and start with my left. I mean, and then afterwards you can sort of take it wherever you want. You can either continue doing that, but then again, at some point your left arm's going to take over. Or you can get some relatively the same point and then just start doing both arms together. That is the most ghetto grip Alright, well, this one I got. This one is, yeah, step and a half forward, or 2 steps, depending on how short you are. And then I'll be having like something along 250 carbs. Or 300, I think. 250, I think, is like, yeah, 250. And then something like 200 grams of protein. And then like 80 grams of fat. These are rough numbers. I haven't looked at my phone. That's essentially what I'll be going for. And I'll upgrade. I'll increase those numbers as time goes on. If I have like a week or like a few days, like nothing happens at the gym, I'll increase those numbers, because then I'll know it's time to increase like the carbs or something. I did 14.7 last time I did cable bicep curls. We'll do that again and see what we can come up with. 7 ain't bad. I imagine it'll just get better as time goes on, but it definitely feels just way like infinitely better on like a higher amount of carbs. Well, I mean, obviously, because before I was on like something like 110 grams of carbs, which is nothing. Yeah, so I mean, the difference between that many carbs and the carbs I'm having now is night and day. And if you're wondering, Noah, you idiot, why did you go from saying, oh, I'll wait until the start of May, and why are you starting your bulk now? Well, it's simply because I don't think I would have been able to stick to the cut faithfully, especially at the point, especially how I was feeling during that end bit of the cut. And I was home, there's a lot of celebrations and my parents will look after me. My friends want to go out, like my dad wants to see me, grandparents, friends want to go out as well. I don't want to be that wanker that goes to like a special event or a meetup that we like haven't seen each other in a long time and be like, oh, is it okay if I brought my chicken and rice? I mean, I fucking barely got 5 there, but I was a decent 5. As 5s go. Now, I have no idea how to go about doing this, but I'm doing one arm, so like unilateral machine preacher curls. But I have absolutely no like way of telling where to start. I think last time I was with both arms, I was doing something like 64. So maybe half that. I'm starting with my left first, so I really sort of doubt that I'm going to be able to get 32. I can try. I'm going to try my best to stabilise with my right foot. No, yeah, we're not getting another one. Whew, 7 though. I mean, that's good. Yeah, 7's good with that. I didn't think I'd be able to get like half, but I think that's a good starting point then. 7 is, I'm quite happy with that. 7 with 32, let's note that one down. No, we'll try and get 6 then, with the same weight. I'll do the same with the right arm. Yeah, starting with left arm because that's the arm that I feel like is making the least progress with this sort of style exercise. And so, yeah, left arm it is. Home now, new gym. I am getting used to the way that this gym works and the machines that they do have. The gym here is ever so slightly different to the one that's back home. But I am moving again at the start of June because in this area, there's a new JD gym opening, which is going to be amazing. I've never been to a gym that's like recently open. So everything should be spick and span. And they should have some really fucking good machines, which I'm hoping, and the lighting will be better, and everything will just sort of, everything will be perfect. Everything will click together and my problems will be solved. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, I didn't get 6, but what I'll do is I'll reduce the weight next time to something like 27. Or next time I might actually be able to do that for the second set. Who knows? The wonders and joys of being on a bolt. The right arm now, which should just be infinitely better, but we'll see. I mean, I don't want to like curse myself from the beginning.
Still hot. Really? How many did you actually do?
reducing the weight on that second one. Second last set. And I think this session's gone pretty damn fucking well, especially being on the pole. But it is a little bit awkward being at a new gym. I'm not really sure how things work. But we'll figure it out. That's sort of the fun of it. We'll figure it out. Maybe I should reduce the weight significantly next time. It is what it is. That was pretty good though. That was not bad. That was actually very, very good.